The Chandler-Gilbert women's basketball team bounced back Friday with a 30-point win over Arizona Christian Junior varsity squad. Today, the team looks to make it two straight, hosting Nelson College. It's the Warriors and Coyotes with an early Saturday tip on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Pequeno. Coach Mario Tutanek's team shook off the heartbreaking loss to 15th-ranked Mesa. They got back at it Friday, beating the Firestorm by 38. Riley Sword knocked down 4 threes, part of her 18-point night to pace the Coyotes. Macy Johnson added 13, Addison Horsley with 10, and Melanie Ortiz and Amanda Anderson with 8 apiece. Coyotes shot 38%, 31% from 3. Today, the Coyotes welcome in the 1-9 Nelson College Warriors. It's located on the west side in the Peoria-Glendale area. They're led by head coach Glenn O'Donnell in his second year. They are part of the SWS Intercollegiate Conference under the National Christian College Athletic Association. They have a pair of double-digit scorers, but this squad is kind of a makeshift squad, combination of the varsity and JV squad. So some of the players they have on the roster is number 0, Naya Misi Habitone, number 6, Unique Bagishi, number 10, Sophia Moran, number 13, Chloe Warren, number 34, Tatum Howlingwater, number 21, Gabrielle Haskey, and number 23, Emma Coker. Addison Horsley leading the Coyotes at almost 16 a game. Macy Johnson dropping 12. Michaela Horsley with 10. Ortiz and Caden Cosgrove, 9 apiece. Riley Sword and Chloe Olberg with 8 apiece. Coyotes ranked 3rd in the conference in scoring at almost 75 points a game. Coyotes second in scoring defense at 50 a game. Chandler-Gilbert among the league leaders in the conference. Addison Horsley ranked 5th in scoring at 15.5 points per tip. Remember, kids, in school, they teach you to round up. Chloe Olberg tied for 9th in rebounding and almost 8 per tip. Caden Cosgrove 14th in field goal percentage at 44.8%. Riley Sword 4th in three-point percentage at 41%. Macy Johnson 11th at 35%. Macy leading the league in steals at over 4 a game. She has been phenomenal. Plenty of action going around the conference today. Coming up a little later, Arizona Western at Salt Lake Community College, South Mountain hosting Phoenix College, Mesa hosting Scottsdale, and Pima taking on the Park University JV squad. Some games are officially in the books, and we'll try to work that for you right here as soon as I can get up and running. And sometimes we're at the mercy of technology. And there we go. So a couple games as we refresh our screen that are in the books. Cochise lost to Midland College today, 61-58. And Central Arizona putting up a lot of points, knocking off Miles Community College 107-69. Arizona Western right now beating Salt Lake 54-48. Scottsdale Mesa in the second, with Scottsdale leading 21-18. And that is kind of where we are at the moment. As we look at the early part of the Arizona Community College Athletic Conference basketball standings, Eastern Arizona off to a 10-1 start. No league games yet. College of Southern Nevada 6-2. Central Arizona 5-4. Arizona Western 4-6. Cochise 3-7. Yavapai 0-10. Pima 1-0 in league. Mesa 1-0. Chandler-Gilbert, Glendale, Phoenix College all 1-1. Scottsdale in the first league matchup today against Mesa. South Mountain 0-2. So a lot of action going on around the conference as the referees are now on the floor as we get ready to tip this one off. Also for Nelson, Jordan Hankston, number 15, is also on the floor for the squad. So a lot of moving parts for the team as we were given kind of the makeshift roster for this one. This is a squad that is growing in in student population, and they've got their sights set. They are in conversations with the GSAC as well as the CalPAC, two NAIA conferences. Of course, in the GSAC, you've got Ben U, Ottawa University, ACU, and Embry-Riddle. So they are growing fast with some big aspirations as they are on the floor. They'll be decked out in the black uniforms. And on the right, you're going to have Chandler-Gilbert. They will be in their home white and teal. And we are closing in for the national anthem and introductions. Keep it locked and loaded right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network.
And now the starting lineup for your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes. A 6-foot freshman from Castile High School, number 1, Amanda Anderson. A 5'7" freshman from Bluffdale, Utah, number 2, Addie Horsley.
So we are closing in to the tip-off as Chandler-Gilbert going through their starting lineup, and that's going to be Amanda Anderson, Addison Horsley, McKaylin Horsley, and Macy Johnson, as well as Chloe Olberg. Macy, of course, among the league leaders in steals, Chloe among the league leaders in rebounding, and Amanda Anderson, a contributing freshman, and Addison Horsley among the league leaders in scoring. So we are just trying to getting everything processed. Once again, Olberg, Anderson, Macy Johnson, McKalen, and Addison Horsley on the floor for Chandler-Gilbert. Bear with me. It's kind of a work in progress, the Nelson starting lineup. So it's going to be Nia Misi, Havatone, going to be number 34. We're just going to have to do this as we go. Anderson fires it up from the outside. It's going to be off the iron. Olberg, rebound. Olberg, up strong, rolls off the rim. Horsley keeps it alive. Addison in the paint. We'll work it back out to Anderson. Horsley up top, swings it to McKalen. McKalen, bang from the outside. The Coyotes off to a quick start. And that is part of their mantra, hitting the three balls. Coyotes take it away. Anderson off the steal. Will feed Macy in the corner. McKalen, why not? McKalen, back-to-back triples to start this one. An incredible start for the Coyotes. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are having a tremendous Saturday. Joe Pequeno on the call. On the other side, that is put in on the short basket by Ariana Brown. Johnson, Olberg underneath, and Olberg, fast break basket. The Warriors are being coached by their JV coach, and Dee Dee Gibson went to Cal Baptist, and that was knocked away. Chloe Warren and number 20, Gabrielle Haskey in the contest. Haskey, top of the key. Horsley, tight one-on-one defense. Haskey loses the handle. Could have been called an offensive foul, but good defense in the post by Chloe Olberg to force the turnover. Coyotes off to a quick 8-2 start. Work the other way with McKalen Horsley. We'll swing it to Macy on the other side. Warren, tight defense. Almost a travel by Macy. McKalen will stop, and McKalen will get the roll. And McKalen Horsley coming out with a purpose. 8 quick points to start this one. Here come the Warriors of the side of the floor. Swung up top. It's Haskey over to Warren. Amanda Anderson out on the perimeter. Swings it over. Unique Begishi. Haskey gets the ball back with 7 on the shot clock. Opportunity for Begishi. And Begishi fires up the 3. 10-5 ball game. Macy with some pressure in the backcourt. McKalen splits a couple defenders over to Addison. Addison will get called for the travel. This Nelson University basketball team with some big aspirations. Coach O'Donnell in his second year. And the sports programs on campus are building. Macy with the steal. Averages 4.5 per game, which leads the conference. That's off the back of the iron. Pulled down by the Warriors. Warren on her giddy up with Horsley D'ing her up on top of the key. 20 on the shot clock. Warren. Couple crossovers right in front of Horsley. Swung over to number 11 in Ariana Brown. And that's going to be a foul that will bail out the Warriors. That's going to be on McKalen Horsley. That's going to be her first in the contest. Number 15, Jordan Hankston Jr. 10-5 Coyotes. So glad you can join us on a tremendous day of basketball from the campus of Chandler-Gilbert. Coyotes coming off last night's victory over the Arizona Christian JV squad. Hankston Good defense by Horsley, and Horsley D's her up, and it's going the other way. On the floor right now for Chandler-Gilbert. Anderson, Macy Johnson, Olberg, and the Horsley sisters. Mack and Addie. And stolen by Bagishi. Bagishi up the floor. We'll think about it, and Bagishi will have a good look and rolls in and out. Horsley comes up with it. The feed to Addie. Amanda Anderson down low, and Chloe Olberg point blank on the good feed from Macy Johnson. Olberg will go to the line at the shot at the three-point play. And they're going to call the foul on number 34. Once again, some of the numbers are sporadic that we're trying to iron out. Olberg at the line. And Chloe off to a quick 5-point first period. As well as McKalen, who's got 8 points. Coyotes trying to trap in the backcourt. Warriors show their poise getting out of it. Except Addie comes up with another steal. She'll feed Mack, and that pass just a little long. And the Coyotes give it right back. 13-5, 6 and change remaining in this first period. Up the floor, Gabrielle Haskey. And we got a timeout on the floor. Good timeout by Dee Dee Gibson, as she saw Ariana Brown being worked on that sideline and almost coughed it up. Chloe Warren about to check back in. And we've got a media timeout. 13-5 Coyotes. For Chandler-Gilbert, a very busy week. First, it was a heartbreaking loss to Mesa, as Addison Horsley hit the go-ahead basket with 5.1 seconds remaining. But Lakeisha Robinson got fouled with under a second left and connected on both free throws to lift Mesa to the 60-59 victory. Last night was the victory over Arizona Christian JV. Riley Sword, 4 3-pointers, part of our 18-point night to pace the Coyotes. Today it's Nelson, and next Wednesday the Coyotes are at Central Arizona. Central Arizona picking up a win today. They're scoring a lot of points. And then Saturday, the team travels to Scottsdale. So a very busy week for the team, as they are now in the midst of not just the holiday season, but conference play as well. A team that truly believes when it's all said and done, they will be in the top 4 and return to the postseason. And not just get there, but with the opportunity to show well, and potentially advance and win the Region 1 D2 region. So Bagishi, Warren, Haskey, as well as Jordan Hankston. And number 34 is Tatum Howling Water. So now we are totally up to speed. Bagishi, who showed her range, knocking down the 3. Hankston running the point, working that right side of the wing. Warren, the good head fake. And Macy Johnson going right back at her. Bagishi down low. Bagishi, high off the glass, won't go. Olberg, averaging almost 8 rebounds a game, feeding Macy. Macy couldn't handle it. Haskey to Bagishi, and Bagishi just out of her reach. Coming into the contest is Emma Coker, a 5'11 freshman from Liberty High School in Washington Township, New Jersey. 13-5. Here come the Coyotes with Addison Horsley. Tremendous freshman season, not to mention so well-spoken, a leader immediately. And they're going to call the foul. Or actually, they're going to call the violation against the Coyotes. 5-second lockup by Bagishi on Olberg. Haskey works it to Bankston. Another turnover forced by Amanda Anderson. McKalen will give it up. Macy Macy will elbow it, just a little too strong. Olberg, another rebound. Works it up top to Amanda Anderson, swings it to Macy. Macy, a defender in her face. Horsley, driving, Horsley. Little spin move and the soft touch. Addison, her first points of the contest. 15-5, Chandler-Gilbert. Gabrielle Haskey works it to Bankston. Make that Hankston on the other side. One-on-one against Macy Johnson. Chloe Warren. Little skip down low to Emma Coker. Warren long range. And how about the touch by Chloe Warren? Big three ball. It's a 15-8 ball game. This Nelson team with NAIA aspirations coming to town with a purpose and playing hard. Addison Horsley kicks it in the corner. Macy will spot up. A little long from the outside. McKaylin underneath. And McKaylin stepped on the baseline, and it's going to go the other way. 15-8. Caden Cosgrove in. Caden's having a really strong year. Redshirted. Let's try the third time. Redshirted last year, putting up 9 points and among the league leaders in field goal percentage at 45%. Coker on the other side, swings it down low. And she'll get called for the travel. Emma Coker just one too many steps. In the ball game, Grace DeShaft, number 12. Addie Horsley directing traffic with Gabrielle Haskey right in her mug. Horsley working the left side. Now going back. McKaylin gives up the dribble, goes back to Addie. Plenty in the shot clock. Haskey, relentless defense. Horsley. And they're going to call the foul on Gabrielle Haskey. But you got to love the defense she just played. She was locking up Addie in a big way. And that's how you do it. Sometimes you got to sacrifice a foul here or there for some good tight defense to let the offensive player know that nothing is going to be a gimme. They double, and Addie splits it and drives right in. 17-8. Chloe Warren over to Emmy Coker. Back to Coker off the tip. Shot is up from the outside, and that is off the mark. Going back up and getting the roll is Ariana Brown. Ariana Brown now with a couple buckets. 17-10. So this Warriors team, the varsity squad, off to a 1-9 start, but a very young program. And their head coach, who is on site, and that is Glenn O'Donnell, will join us at the half to talk about Nelson College and what they're trying to achieve for the long run. Substitutions. Macy Johnson back in for Amanda Anderson. Anderson providing quality minutes with the size and the hustle. Horsley at the line. And Horsley misses on the first. Addison, a tremendous free throw shooter at 91%. And that time, 0 for 2. Ariana Brown, Chloe Warren. Warren's got some jets. Warren driving, and that was impressive off the feed by Ariana Brown. 17-12. And this Nelson team, I'll tell you, a lot to be impressed with. And almost something to be impressed with the three-point shot from Caden Cosgrove that almost laced in. Riley Sword back in. Addison Horsley getting a breather. Riley, 44% three-point shooter, among the best in the conference. Great backdoor And Grace DeSchaff will go to the line. Great inside feed. And the foul will go against Nelson. DeSchaff has yet to take a free throw on the season, so this is her first. And that's off the back of the iron. 19-12. This Nelson team in that Glendale, Peoria area, you can tell they play hard, they're coached well. They definitely play hard. Give them a lot of credit. Caden Cosgrove, Caden. And Caden was driving, and she draws the foul. And that foul is going to be on Nyamisi Habitone. Cosgrove misses on the first. And she knocks 1 and 2. 20-12. Coker almost lost the handle. Works out to Chloe Warren. I'm a big fan of how Chloe Warren plays. She has got some giddy up in that engine. It's McKalen, middle of the floor, guarded by Ariana Brown. Cosgrove works it to Sword. Sword gets the mini screen from Cosgrove, drives in, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. And they're going to call the foul on number 15. And that's going to be on Jordan Hankston. So we are trying to, because of the way the roster was laid out and everything is not very copacetic on my box score. Going to do my best as we go. Unique Begishi back in. Begishi canned that three-pointer earlier in this frame. Sword coming off the 18-point performance. Puts her signature on this one with the first one to drop. Sword connects on 2 of 2. 22-12. Coker in the backcourt. And Melanie Ortiz now in the game. Ortiz checking in, coming off the 8-point performance in yesterday's contest. Finally cleared from concussion protocol. Good to see the young lady back in. Cole Warren, who's been a spark plug for this team. And that was a long time off the inbounds. Ariana Brown. Sword comes up with the steal, and Sword does a smart thing and works it back out. Kicks it to Ortiz. Cosgrove off the three. Back of the iron, pulled down by Coker. Chloe Warren up the floor. Warren will swing it to Ariana Brown. Little elbow jumper. That rolls in and out. Begishi battling, and Begishi comes up with it. She loses the handle. Sword comes up with a steal. So a little bit of a discussion on that call. Referees are having a conversation on that as Begishi. And now they're talking it over with the center ref to get the decisive call. Meanwhile, both teams are huddled. So Mari Chutanek and Dee Gibson, who's manning the JV squad, are having a conversation. And now the scores table. So we're going to have a flagrant foul on Riley Sword. So it's going to be 2 shots for Unique Begishi. Begishi will have a chance to draw the team a little closer. Begishi, not a lot of stats on her at the free throw line. So Begishi misses both her free throw attempts. And here we go. 1:10 left in this first period. McKeon Horsley up the floor. Melanie Ortiz in the game. Melanie has it blocked underneath. Ortiz will track it down. Shot is up from the corner. A little too strong. Chloe Warren for the Warriors comes up with it. Emma Coker out to Begishi. Begishi cross court. Bankston will let it rip from 3. Bankston too strong. Underneath, Sword is there. Outworking Ariana Brown. McKeon Horsley, middle of the floor. Kaden Cosgrove, and that's going to be the foul on Emma Coker. So it's going to be a 2-shot opportunity. Kaden Cosgrove at the line. Kaden, 83% free throw shooter. Hits on the first. Cosgrove, 1 of 2. Macy Johnson's there. Macy, blocked by Begishi. (23-12). Bankston. Chloe Warren across the line. Hollingsworth. Inside Begishi. Ariana Brown, good head fake. Elbow jumper. It's going to be a little too strong. Begishi back up and in. And I got to tell you, I'm a fan of Unique Begishi. She is a hard-working player. Macy Johnson at the buzzer, and that is no good. And after one, 23-14. The Coyotes with the lead. We'll take a short timeout. We'll feed your hunger with Burrito Express.
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or a napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Now he's an AD, right?
I think he's like a mentor or AD to a certain.
Yeah.
I don't know what school it is, but yeah.
Yeah, look. We welcome you back to the campus of Chandler-Gilbert. Coyotes with a 23-14 first period lead. Kaylin Horsley dropped 8 just like that. Addison Horsley with 4. Chloe Olberg also having a nice contest with 4 to 5 points. And on the other side, Unique Begishi with 5 points, Ariana Brown with 4. So 23-14. Coyotes looking for yet another victory. And it's going to be the Coyotes with possession on the floor right now. Kaden Cosgrove, Addison Horsley, Riley Sword, Chloe Olberg, and Amanda Anderson. Haskins, Brown, Nia Misi, Havitone, and Hollingsworth, and Warren. pulled down by Tatum Hollingwater. I'm going to call the travel on Hollingwater down below. So the Coyotes get the early turnover in the second period. Caden Cosgrove over to Addison Horsley. Swung over. Riley Sword driving. Sword high off the wire. And she'll shoot a pair. And the foul's going to be on Hollingworth. Make that Hollingwater. So sorry. Just the rosters and the numbers don't match. So we're just trying to figure it all out. Sword misses on the first. Sword connects. 24-14. Haskins the other way. Won't go. Olberg with the rebound. Addison Horsley racing up. Good defense by Gabrielle Haskey. Shot is up, won't go. Olberg. And they're going to call the foul against Amanda Anderson. A little push off on the baseline. We welcome you into the Coyote Center. Joe Pequeno on the call, taking on Chandler-Gilbert in a Saturday afternoon battle against Nelson College. Caden Cosgrove from three. And Caden ripping it like a champ. 27-14. Haskey up the floor. And they're going to call the travel on Gabrielle Haskey. And here comes Addison Horsley. Guarded by Gabrielle Haskey. Aaron Brown. Addison on the deck, elbow. Too strong. Chloe going back up. A little too strong as well. And it's going to be a foul on Addison Horsley on the reach in. (27-14). Chloe Warren. Tatum Hollingwater. And that's a pass too deep in the blocks. 27-14. We got a timeout in floor. Time to feed your hunger.
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
We welcome you back to the Coyote Center. Coyotes taking on Nelson College. Squad located in the Peoria, Glendale area. Aspirations of being in the NAIA, getting some deep conversations with the Cal Pac as well as the GSAC. GSAC, the home to Ottawa University, ACU, BenU, Park University Gilbert, and Embry-Riddle. So those are the Arizona teams based in the GSAC. Hope University, the Masters, also part of that conference, had the opportunity to call the GSAC baseball tournament along with my good friend Kevin Derryberry. 8:33 remaining in this second period. 27-14. This Nelson team, they're gritty. And I love everything I'm seeing from them. They play hard, up and down the floor. Don't have a lot of numbers, but they're going to give you a lot. Chloe Olberg inside. Anderson works it out. Cosgrove up top. Caden Cosgrove ripping and delivering. She's got 8 points. Couple threes for Caden. Addie almost caused the turnover in the backcourt by Gabrielle Haskey. Driving, and Addie with the steal to Cosgrove. Cosgrove, Amanda Anderson on the wing, swings it across. Addie Horsley. Cosgrove will take another three, that time off the front of the iron. Olberg will track it down. Good rebound, Sword inside. Cosgrove, and Horsley's there, and Horsley will shoot a pair as she gets fouled by Ariana Brown. Ariana, that's going to be so checking back in. Jordan Hankston, that is, and Unique Bagishi. And Horsley misses on the first, and Addison usually so good. Now 0 for 3 on the day, almost shooting 92% coming in. Knox, 1 of 2. She's got 5 points. The team's leading scorer at almost 16 per tip. Chloe Warren, that's stolen by Horsley. Amanda Anderson. Olberg, good head fake, and Olberg will shoot a pair. Fouled by Chloe Warren. I love the little fake and go by Chloe, and she'll go to the line. Olberg, one of the league leaders in rebounds in the conference. Nice soft roll. Gets the first. And Olberg connects on the second. Boa, 7 points in his first half. Bad pass. Keelan Horsley works it to Addie. Addie off balance. Chloe going up. Chloe relentless underneath. Chloe saves it on the baseline, and then it'll trickle out of bounds. And it'll go to the Warriors. But great hustle effort by Chloe Olberg, who's showing her toughness down in the paint. Bagishi over to Haskey, and Bagishi throws it away. Chandler-Gilbert basketball with 7:20 remaining in the first half with a 33-14 lead. At halftime, I will get the Warriors box score all situated. So in the second half, we will have no kinds of issues. Addie, little elbow. Addie follows her shot. Braylon Schermeyer off the front of the iron. And it's going to be a foul against the Warriors. And that's going to be on Jordan Hankston, her second. Horsley with Chloe Warren right in her mug. McKalen will fire it up from 3. A little too strong in the back end. Bagishi rips it down. Here comes Gabrielle Haskey up the floor. Haskey driving. Haskey. And Haskey will go to the line. As Amanda Anderson on the reach in. That's going to be her second. Haskey is still looking potentially for her first point in this one. Gracia Schaff giving Chloe a breather. Chloe off to a strong start with 7 points. Haskey at the line. And misses on the first. Beautiful day for outdoor activities. Beautiful day to be indoor to watch some college hoops. Haskey looking at now 1 and 2. As the one fan in the rafter trying to make some noise and break her concentration. Addie. The Schaff almost has to take it away. McKalen up top. McKalen lets it go. And McKalen for 3. McKalen Horsley. Her third triple of the first half. Addie with the steal. Works it inside. McKalen point blank. A little too strong. McKalen and Bagishi in a battle. And they'll tie it up. Possession arrow going the other way. How about Bagishi? Hard-working player. Macy Johnson, Addison Horley, Braylon Schermeyer. Grace Schaff in the contest. Macy with another steal. Schermeyer, easy basket, and the easy put in. Off the steal by Macy. Macy doing a tremendous job, and underneath it's McCallan with the steal. Misses it. Macy, the head fake. They'll work it to Addie, who will fire it up from three. And Addie, a little too strong. Another rebound. McCallan underneath. Up top, Braylon Schermeyer will let it go. That's off the side of the iron. Coyotes with a lot of looks, just could not connect. Haskey the other way. Haskey full throttle, and the basket driving in. She's got 3 points. Addison Horsley. Pull up, and Horsley splash down. She's got 7 points, 40-17. Coyotes in total control. Big thing for them is to get back in transition, play good defense, and how about Haskey spin move? It's going to be the foul on Horsley with the shot at the three-point play. It's going to be Addison's. Actually, they're going to call the foul against Grace DeSchaff and not Addison. So Horsley would check out. Cosgrove back in, 40-19. Also back to check back in is Jordan Hankston Jr. Gabrielle Haskey. And Haskey nails the three-point play. (40-20). By Jordan Bankston. Macy Johnson for three. Macy off the front of the iron. Bagishi another rebound. Ariana Brown, Chloe Warren, and Chloe Warren is going to be always so tough to beat in transition. And that's not going to make Coach Trutanek very happy. Kick out. And they're going to call the foul on Kaden Cosgrove. The offensive foul. Substitutions. Misi Havitone back in. Naya Misi Havitone. Bagishi lets it go from three. And she fires up the air balls to Schaff. Positions herself to keep the Warriors off the boards. Now it's the Coyotes with 4:34. A lot of time in this half. McCallan, Amanda Anderson, and Anderson gets fouled by Ariana Brown. Anderson going to the line. Amanda, only a couple free throws on the year. The Shaft is out, Ortiz back in, and Riley Sword's about to check back in as well. That's going to be Braylon Schermeyer at the line. And Schermeyer hits on the first. Schermeyer now 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Hits 1 of 2. 41-28. Cosgrove and tie 1-1 against Naya Misi Havitone. Now it's Gabrielle Haskey, who's shown her ability to get to the rack and be dangerous in transition. Jordan Bankston. 9 seconds on the shot clock. They dump it down to Bagishi. Bagishi against Ortiz, and Bagishi with that touch. She's got 7 points. Ortiz Blocked by Bagishi, and they're going to call the foul on Bagishi. And she couldn't believe it as she was pumped up, rolling the other way, looking for the call. Ortiz. Melanie. Only a 47% free throw shooter. Ortiz misses on the first. So, got to give this Warriors team a lot of credit. Not a lot of numbers, but they play hard. Rebounded by Cosgrove, and you're going to say Cosgrove stepped out. So, of all the JV squads I've seen from ACU and Park and Ben U, Nelson by far has got the best. It's not even close. Granted, they're down by 17, but they're just better than everyone else. Bankston comes up with the steal. Haskey to Bagishi. Bagishi down the floor. And Bagishi is going to be hacked by Ortiz. And they're going to call the foul on Macy Johnson. So Bagishi in the heads of Chandler-Gilbert just a bit with her ferocious attitude. And Bagishi knocks down the first. She's got 8 points. Young lady connects on both. Now with 9. Bagishi, Flagstaff, up in Flagstaff. Played in that area. Cosgrove from 3. Cosgrove, a nice soft look. Katie Cosgrove right now, every time she looks like she fires up a 3, it looks like it's going in. The form is so good. Kaden just looks great. And I'm so happy for her after redshirting last year, waiting. Bankston off the glass. Michaela in transition. Michaela will get it to, and Michaela will get called for the travel. And that was obvious, 44-26. Coyotes average about 75 points a game. They give up only 50. They're on track for both. Ariana Brown and Cosgrove near midcourt. Brown will give it up to Missy Havitone. Havitone dump it to Bagishi. Bagishi, little scoop. And Bagishi will go to the line. And they'll probably call the foul on Melanie Ortiz. So Bagishi's got a little bit of a bloody hand right now, so she's going to make a substitution real quick. So right now the head referee is telling Unique Bagishi she has to put a Band-Aid on that hand to stop the bleeding. So that's kind of the holdup right now. So Chloe Warren will have a chance to work some things at the free throw line. Warren, who's been explosive in the open floor. And Warren now has 8 points. Chloe Warren can handle the basketball. I've yet to see her shoot it, but explosive, good handles. And Warren connects on both. So she's got 9 points, playing well. Olberg over to Olberg, and Olberg to Caden, who lost the handle. Pass just a tad high, out of her reach. 2:41 remaining. Almost another steal by Macy Johnson, and they're going to call the foul on Macy on the reach in. Warriors in the bonus. Chandler-Gilbert with 5 fouls. Nelson with 5 fouls. And Nelson only down 16. Look, it only really takes a couple good stops, good offensive possessions, and they're right back in. Hankston misses on the first. And that's off the mark as Olberg skies and delivers. Addison Horsley battling against Bankston. Macy on that wing, inside. Getting Cosgrove cutting and swatted away by Misa Habitone. Nia Misi Habitone on the good defense as Cosgrove was trying to glide to the rack. Chloe Warren over to Bankston. Ariana Brown. Little running shot, in and out. Horsley will pull it down. Horsley. Over to Olberg. Olberg. Back up top. Horsley for 3. Off the front of the iron. Haskey. And looks like they'll call the foul, the blocking foul on Macy Johnson. And that will be the case. Melanie Ortiz as well as Keelan Johnson back in. Going to the line is Gabrielle Haskey from South Mountain Community College. That's where she was previously. Earned her time and opportunity to play at the next level. She now has 7 points. And we've got blood on the court, so we're going to take a short timeout. We need a towel on the floor. So they're going to clean this up real quick, and as both teams will have a bit of a discussion. Dee Dee Gibson talking to her team as they trail 23-14 after one. Now they're down by 15. Coyotes, Ortiz, Addison, McKalen, Olberg, Riley Sword on the floor. Begishi, Chloe Warren, Haskey at the line. Coker, as well as number 34, Tatum Howling Water. And Haskey nails both, 44-30. Ortiz with Begishi. And the block on Begishi. They're going to call the blocking foul on Begishi. Ortiz at the line. Melanie, 47%, still looking for her first points in this one. Melanie coming off the 8-point performance the other night. Hits on the first. And the way Coach Shutanik's been dialing up some plays for Melanie, keeping her on the high post and having her drive. She has an electric first step. She was 4-7 from the field. But if Melanie would have hit some bunnies, those numbers would be even better. Begishi on the other side of the floor. Haskey directing traffic. Winding down to 1 minute left in this first half. Coker up top. Coker on the floor, tries to split, and they're going to call the foul against Chloe Olberg. And Chloe had the look like, no, not me, but yes, it was called. Emma Coker will shoot a pair. Coker nails the first one. 45-31. Kane Cosgrove about to check back in. Looks like they called a lane violation against the Coyotes, so Coker will get another chance. And she misses badly on the second. 45-31. Buck 18 for the Coyotes, trying to end this first half in a good way. Ortiz racing, kicks it in the corner. Sword wide open. Sword can't connect, but McKalen's there. Ortiz, little crossover up top. Sword, good head fake. Sword blocked underneath, but stolen away by, and it's going to be a tie-up. It'll be Coyotes ball with 19 on the shot clock. 55.9 seconds remaining in the first half. Worked up top. Addison Horsley. Horsley. And they call the 3-second against Riley Sword. So a turnover by the Coyotes. Still up by 14. 15 change, but Nelson, give him credit. Hanging around. Howling Water has it taken away by Ortiz. Sword, easy opportunity. Sword can't knock it in. Addison Horsley's there. Addison will throw it up, and Chloe Warren will be called for the foul. And Warren got away with the first time, but Addie will shoot a pair. Addie is 1 of 4 from the line, 91% free throw shooter. 7 points on the day. Addie, the pride of Bingham High School in Bluffdale, Utah. I've never been in Bluffdale, Utah, but I just love saying Bluffdale. So that's going to be on my bucket list. So if the Horsleys want to invite me for dinner, let me know. Shoot me a call. Addie misses both. Swung out. Warren almost the step back. Howling Water. Little fade away. Good strong move by Tatum Howling Water. Her first bucket of the game. 45-33. Ortiz. Off the glass, won't go. Emma Coker's there. And they're going to call the foul against Riley Sword. And right now the Coyotes just not out of sorts, but not fully in sync. Coker will go back to the line, just there, hit it 102. Good afternoon, crowd from the Coyote Center. So glad he can join us. Coker hits the first. And Coker misses on the second. Kalen Horsley up to Riley Sword. And Sword at the buzzer. And that's going to do it. Coyotes with a
The Coyotes lead the Nelson Warriors
45-34
Howland.
halftime lead. We're going to take a short timeout. Head coach of Nelson College will join us, and Glenn O'Donnell. Stick and stay, more to come from Chandler-Gilbert. But first, let's feed your hunger.
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or a napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
And we welcome you back to the campus of Chandler-Gilbert at the Coyote Center. Coyotes at the half with a 45-34 lead over Nelson College. I'm joined by the head coach of Nelson College of the Warriors. That is Glenn O'Donnell. Coach, first off, so glad you can join us, and happy holidays to you and your family.
Yeah, absolutely. You too.
Coach, in your second year with the team, and obviously this is a program with some big aspirations, and we kind of talked about it before the game, basically on the outskirts of potentially being in the NAIA circuit potentially next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously looking at GSAC and CalPAC. Those are things that are being thrown around and discussed right now. And so our program, I believe, overall, the athletic department and the campus, I think we're ready for that move. We've had some great success. Our men's team actually are the NCCA national champs from last year. And then the inaugural season for our men's soccer team, they actually made it all the way to the NCAA championship round as well. So we're definitely excited about the overall athletic department, and then obviously what we're doing with the women's basketball program.
And when you look at where you're positioned in the valley, in that kind of quadrant where you're just maybe just a tad bit west of Glendale Community College, and of course Ottawa's way out in Surprise. So if anyone was looking for a university in that general vicinity, look, they don't have to go far. They can find you and all those great athletes that are located right there in the West Valley. They've got an option, and they can become a Warrior.
Yep, absolutely. We're a four-year Christian university, so we do offer that. And additionally, because of our location, we offer dorms, we have cafeterias. So, we're a small campus, but we are a full-fledged four-year university.
For you, Coach, you've been part of the military, if I'm correct, and thank you for your service, by the way. And give us kind of the trek of where you've been all over the universe and how you became a basketball coach.
Grew up in the military, so I was a military brat. Also joined the military myself, so I've lived overseas, been to Germany, been to Spain, all over the U.S. So spent some time there. So it gives you just a much broader perspective of the universe, so to speak. So you get to see a little bit more than the average person doesn't see. So I think that's something that creates some value over time. As far as how I got into coaching, obviously I played, but like most men, usually starts with the child, right? You start coaching your own child, and so did that way back when up in Seattle, and just led to eventually start coaching at the middle school level, the high school level, and the college level. So I've had some great success and some great opportunities, and enjoying myself right now.
And now in your second year at Nelson, and talk about the process of building it, Coach, and building it in your vision and the kind of culture you're trying to create on campus.
First, it starts with our coaching staff. We have some great coaches. Salanthia Simmons, who's actually been with me now for 2 years. We brought in Coach Dee Gibson, the former head coach at South Mountain Community College. Coach Stannis Inyazi, who's been around, is also an official out in the area as well. So you first have to build that foundation with the coaching staff first. And then this is our first recruiting class that we have that we're using right now. And we recruited close to 30 athletes, which is the most ever at our campus. And so we're able to field 2 teams. And so we brought our JV team here to Chandler-Gilbert to get some growth and development and some competition. And obviously now we're working on our second recruiting class. We have the toughest schedule that the women's program has ever had at Nelson University. We're playing D1, D2, D3, 16 NAIA games that we have scheduled this year, and then obviously some conference play. And we already have D1 and D2 commitments for next year. So we're really setting the bar high and want to make Nelson University a destination, a viable option to be able to go out and compete, especially for those that have aspirations to maybe play D1, D2, but they're not quite ready. Well, they can come to play with us and develop playing against D2, D3 schools, D1 schools. So to get that experience and actually see where they fit, going forward. So we think we're building something unique. Nelson University.
That's great. You're giving young athletes an opportunity to extend, an opportunity to play in college and continue to grow. That being said, you're here, you're watching, you're assessing. Mm-hmm. Give us your thoughts on the first half.
First half, I thought we came out with some good energy. However, rebounding is definitely an opportunity for us to improve. We gave up a lot of O boards to our opponent. Some of our decision making, bringing the ball up the court, has hurt us as well, and then a little too many fouls for me. So things that just we have to work out with the young team. We're loaded with freshmen. and they're learning. You know, this is that next phase in their growth, and we'll continue to work with them and plug away at it, and watch them grow and get better.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Chloe Warren's motor. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of Unique Bagishi's heart. No question, she's out there. She's giving it all she's got on every single possession. Coach, I wish you and the team the very best, continued growth, and can't wait to see all the success that you will have down the road, whether it's going to be in the GSAC, the CalPAC, or whatever their future lies for Nelson University. Thank you for your
Absolutely.
time.
Thank you.
Happy holidays, by the way. That is Glenn O'Donnell, the head coach of the Warriors. Keep it right here. The second half underway. Hi, Kaylee. So, do I have you on the phone alone? Okay. Well, good for. Were you slapping in that second game? And did you face slower pitching? It was actually faster. Okay, got it. Yeah, I saw. I saw your second at bat. I didn't see your third at bat. So, okay. Got it. Good job. Well, keep it up, and I'll see you tonight. Okay. Well, what time's your game? I'll be there for the 4:45 game. I have another half of basketball, then I'll be there. Okay. So I'll see you back there. Are you playing the same fields? Okay. So I'll see you in about an hour or so. Okay? Fine.
And remember to fuel yourself with Burrito Express, our local burrito spot. At Burrito Express, you get 10% off with a CGCC ID.
Have it so. Langston.
Ready our folks, let's welcome back your Coyotes. Get Coyotes.
So we welcome you back to the Coyotes Center. Second half, just under 2 minutes away. Coyotes with a 45-34 halftime lead. Led 23-14 after one, 45-32 at the half. Caden Cosgrove with 11 points. Addison Horsley with 8. Chloe Olberg with 7. And that is where we are as of now. Mikhail Horsley also having a good game as well with 11 points. Let's not shortchange her. So Horsley and Cosgrove with 11 apiece. On the other side, scoring by committee. We've seen Unique Bigishi, who has been rock solid with 9 points. Also, as we check in, Chloe Warren with 9 points as well. So those are the two high scorers. Also, Haskey has 8 points. So between those three, 25 of the 34. Second half. And they're going to call the offensive foul against Chloe Warren. And that is her third. So, Dee Dee Gibson and the Nelson coaching staff not happy with that call. Olberg. And Olberg will draw the foul against Bigishi. And Bigishi is starting to rack up the fouls as well. Bigishi's got 3. Olberg at the line. Shooting foul, and Chloe at the line today has hit 3 of 4. 75% free throw shooter. Olberg hits on the first. As Dee Dee Gibson's having a conversation with Tatum Howling Water, who's about to check in. Olberg connects on 1 and 2. 46-34. Swung over, Haskey. Misses on the pull-up. Addison being tracked by Gabrielle Haskey. Addy. And Addy with the little spin move as the Nelson bench wanted to travel. Addison now with 10 points. Haskey driving. Won't go. Pulled down by Amanda Anderson. Horsley will kick it out to Macy Johnson. Macy for 3. Macy can't get it. Bigishi to Ariana Brown. Brown will scoop it up. And it's another rebound by Chloe Olberg. Olberg has been relentless on the glass today. Amanda Anderson thought about it for a split second. Addison, Chloe Olberg, guarded by Bigishi. Tries to Scoop it in. Just short. Gabrielle Haskey. Little work to the outside to Chloe Warren. Ariana Brown up top. 15 on the shot clock. And that is going to trickle out of bounds, and a turnover from Brown to Haskey. Kaden Cosgrove in. Tatum Howlingwater in as well. 48-34. As Addison Horsley works it over the half-court line. Chloe Olberg out of the post up top. Swings it to Horsley. Now they go right back to Chloe. Chloe, good position, and banks it in. Chloe now with 10 points. Chloe having a nice contest. Ariana Brown gives up the dribble. Works it to Haskey. Good defense by Kaden Cosgrove. Haskey tried to bank it. Here's Kaden to Addison Horsley, right down Main Street, and Horsley won't go. Olberg, and Olberg will shoot a pair. And that should be a foul, and that's going to be on Howlingwater. That's her third. Olberg having a nice game and misses on the front end. Olberg with and misses on both. So a tie-up situation. Coyotes win the battle there. Up 16. Cosgrove, Olberg inside. Olberg. And Olberg will go back to the line, and she draws the foul against Naya Misi Habitone. That's her second foul as we get caught up on the box score. And Kaden gets the roll. She has 11. Good crowd on hand for a Saturday afternoon of hoops. Off the back end, won't go. Kalen works it up top to Kaden Cosgrove. And Kaden knocks down the triple. Kaden Cosgrove, her 4-3. She's got 14 to pace the Coyotes. 54-34. This Coyotes team so good from the outside. You give them space, they'll make you pay. Ariana Brown to Haskey. Haskey picked up by Olberg. Olberg works off the screen. And they're going to call the foul on Chloe. It's going to be a blocking foul. 2 shots for Haskey, or she'll go the line. So Haskey is 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Having a nice game with 9 points. Hits on the first as Mario Jutanek telling his team to box out on this second free throw attempt by Haskey. 6:58 remaining. Connects on both. Nelson continuing to hang around. 54-36. Obviously, they'll take a run on their part. Sword thought about it. Macy head fake. Macy lost it for a split second. Cosgrove up top. Kalen Horsley as Nelson starts to tighten up on defense. Sword from 3. Sword in and out. Worked underneath by Chloe Warren. Haskey, middle of the floor. Miranda Brown will take it over. Brown, very quick. Good first step. She gets a mini screen from Missy Havatone. 13 on the shot clock. Nia Missy Havatone. Jordan Hankston. And the foul against the Coyotes. Foul's going to be on Wiley Sword. That's going to be her third. But a nice pass inside by Jordan Bankston, who was looking for Chloe Warren. Sword out. Horsley in. Riley, 4 points in this one, coming off last night's 18-point effort. Nia Missy Havatone knocks down the triple. It's a 15-point game. Addison Horsley. Cosgrove, another three. Caden, 5 threes in the game. She's got 17 points. And I got to tell you, her form looks fantastic. I mean, every time she shoots, it's just squaring up and looking great. Caden, redshirted last year, had to wait for opportunity. That's off the mark by Nia Missy Havatone. Cosgrove, this time inside, and Macy Johnson. And that was a good unselfish play by Caden Cosgrove. Had it, but decided to make one extra pass. 57-39, 5:20 left in this for, make that the third quarter. Lack of caffeine can definitely hurt someone's mind. Manor Anderson won't go. Addison's there. She'll work it back out. Coyotes swinging around. McKalen up top. McKalen off the mark from three. Macy. And Macy draws the contact. And they're going to call the foul against Nia Missy Havatone. That's going to be her third. Macy will go to the line. Macy, a 64% free throw shooter. Still looking for first points in this one. And misses on both. Tough afternoon for Macy continues. Haskey will dish it off to Ariana Brown. Brown with that quick first step. Down in the box, tries to float it up. Pulled down by Addie. Addie down for 4. And just a little too long for McKalen. 18-point lead. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout for a hunger break as well.
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
That's on Wednesday at 7:30 as the men's team takes on Park University. Right here at 7:30 in the Coyote Den. The women's team is back home here on Thursdays at 7:18 at 6:30 taking on Valley.
Timeout on the floor, and we'll check the Arizona Women's Community College Athletic Conference basketball scoreboard because we've got the capabilities. Midland College knocked off Cochise 61-58. Central Arizona beat Miles Community College 107-69. Arizona Western held off Salt Lake Community College 58-55. Phoenix College beat South Mountain 97-40. And Mesa beat Scottsdale 58-48. Of course, we're going on right here, and Pima's taking on Park University JV tonight with a 7 p.m. tip. 4:30 remaining in this third period. Off the screen. Worked to Chloe Warren. Warren, good first step. Warren, a little soft touch, and Warren drops it. Chloe Warren, good looking player. I'm a fan. She can flat out bring it. From the Gilbert area, went to Arizona College Prep. Addison Horsley, a little elbow, and that elbow is knocked down by Caden Cosgrove. Caden with 19 points. Tremendous game. The steal by the Coyotes. Michaela Horsley works her way out of traffic. Addison inside. And Macy Johnson. Macy misses as they're calling for a 3-second call against the Coyotes. Macy with a couple misses down low. Jordan Bankston. It's Caden cleaning it up. Addie transition. Addie. And they're going to call the foul against Chloe Warren. And Warren had that look of being miffed on that. Addison Horsley back to the line. Addison kind of a tough day at the free throw line, but now she seems to be getting on track. Now with 11 points. 60-41. Horsley connects on both. Emma Coker back in. As Gabrielle Haskey getting a breather. Coyotes on home court. Of course, this week, they're going to be road warriors as Bankston in the corner. Off the mark. Pulled down by Amanda. Addison Horsley racing up that left side. Horsley. Amanda Anderson will launch it from three. And that's splashed down by Amanda Anderson. 64-41. Now the Coyotes applying the pressure. Jordan Bankston showing her ability to handle the rock. Ariana Brown will launch it from the outside. No go. Addie, relentless as she feels the pressure by Chloe Warren. McKellen Horsley for three. That's too strong. Amanda Anderson will pull it back out. McKellen will give Caden Cosgrove. Caden with a little head fake and the drop by Caden Cosgrove. Caden's got 21 points. And McCoker can't get it to drop. Cosgrove over to Addie. Addie inside, Macy Johnson, and Macy gets one to drop. And the Coyotes up 68-41, exploding here in the third period in the last couple minutes. And that's going to be a reach-in foul against Caden Cosgrove. Her second. Macy checking out, Grace DeShaft coming back in. Braylon Schermeyer also back in as Caden checks out, and a lot to check out about. Team high and game high, 21 points. Warren and Addie Horsley, that's a good battle right there. And that is tipped. They're going to claim that the Coyotes tipped it. That is coming from the Nelson bench. And one of the referees, they're going to say it's going to go back the other way. (68-41). McKeown racing. Amanda Anderson, good head fake. Inside, Grace DeShaft, blocked by Unique Bagishi. Chloe Warren. Warren out on top. Haskey. And Haskey is going to get going to not have the opportunity to go to the rack as Unique Pagishi was called for the foul. That's her fourth. Naya Mishi Habitone, as well as Tatum Howling Water back in. The lead is 37 for the Coyotes. Kaylin Horsley having a nice afternoon. Melanie Ortiz inside. Ortiz gets to the glass, and DeShaff and Coker in a battle. Tie up. And this time it's the Warriors showing their strength and physicality down low. Of course, afterwards, we'll have some post-game coverage on the court. Ariana Brown, Howling Water, almost got tied up. Ariana Brown cutting, Brown won't go. Brown will have another opportunity for three. That's off the mark. Melanie Ortiz, other way. Ortiz will pull it back out. Braylon Schermeyer for three. Goes in that corner where Coker's there. Warriors ball with 46.3 seconds remaining in this third period. Haskey up the floor. And it's going to be a blocking foul on Michaela Horsley. That'll be her second. Kalen's got 11 points. Micaiah Johnson going to get some minutes as Horsley checks out with 11 points. 40.5 seconds remaining in the third. Dumped down, Howling Water. Howling Water in a battle against Amanda Anderson. Make that DeShaff, and DeShaff will get the foul. Howling Water at the line. Opportunity to knock in two. This Warriors team, Glenn O'Donnell, they've got some big aspirations. Already in conversations with the Cal Pac as well as the GSAC. It's based on enrollment. As that continues to increase, we'll have a good opportunity, of course, in a good location. Just a little west of Glendale Community College. And for anyone who doesn't want to go to Ottawa University, Ottawa's way out there in Surprise. And they're going to call the double dribble, make that the travel against Melanie Ortiz. (68-43). Warriors will play for the final shot. Haskey. Shot is up from the outside, and that is off the mark as Ortiz and the Coyotes. And that'll do it for the third. Coyotes up 68-43 after three. It's Cosgrove with 21 points. Keep it right here. So right now the Coyotes are on the road. The men's squad taking on Central Arizona. That one just underway. Coyotes with an early want to say they're up 4-0. See if we can check the Central Arizona Community College website as well to see what's happening. Of course, on their side, on the athletic side. And right now it's the Coyotes with a 4-2 advantage. Got a couple web pages going, so we'll try to keep you updated on that score as we go. The men's team back here Wednesday taking on Park University Gilbert. So we'll see Steve Shields and his team as they're battling their share of injuries yet again. It's tough to win when you have rosters, well, one roster that's plagued by injuries and lineups that are constantly fluid. Schurmeyer, Jenkins, Macy Johnson, Ortiz and Anderson. Macy inside Amanda Anderson, and Anderson on the good feed. Anderson with 5 points. Macy with a nice assist. Howling Water. Howling Water. Tough move inside. Melanie Ortiz handling the point up the floor. More than capable. Coker with a needle steal. Jenkins will reset the offense. Schurmeyer. Tight defense by Naya Misi-Havatone. Jenkins, little head fake. Jenkins kicks in the corner. Ortiz for three. That's off the side of the iron. And it'll go the other way. 70-45. Chandler-Gilbert closing in on potentially their 7th victory of the year. Misi-Havatone. Little teardrop. She has 5 points. Jenkins, it's Ariana Brown putting the pressure on. Macy Johnson, Johnson going up, and Johnson watching it drop. Johnson now with 4 points. They're going to call the foul on Ortiz. Maybe a frustration foul for Melanie. 8 points yesterday, only 1 today. Bankston. About to check back in, and does. Emma Coker out. 72-47, 8:28 left. Ariana Brown, electric speed, good handles. Okay, Jenkins has the assignment. Gabrielle Haskey in a battle against Ortiz. Ortiz comes up with the steal. Man Anderson works it back to Ortiz. Up top, Schurmeyer thought about it. Jenkins will take it. Jenkins off the iron. Schurmeyer's there. Schurmeyer does the right thing. Jenkins resets. Couple dribbles with Brown giving chase. Macy Johnson for three. Macy, too strong. Bagishi's there. Haskey up the floor. Gabrielle Haskey in this Warriors team. Not quitting, playing hard. Maya Jenkins, couple crossovers in the backcourt. Now up the floor. Tried to work it inside of Amanda Anderson. Kicked away by the Warriors. Chloe Warren back in. Aaron Brown out. 7:20 remaining. Stolen away by Bankston. And that's going to be off Macy Johnson. Coyotes give the team a lot of credit. Lost a heartbreaker this week to number 15, Mesa, in the final seconds. Rebounded last night with a victory over the ACU JV squad, and now leading big here. Closing in on a 7th win. Of course, the road in this conference, not easy. Warren will fire up the air ball. And when we talk about the conference, and it is a conference of heavyweights. Scottsdale ranked number 25. Mesa, number 15, and Pima at 7. This is yearly. So Macy Johnson will head fake on the wing. Galen off the mark. Macy with a rebound. Macy back up. Won't go. Chloe Warren with the rip. Macy gets the call. That should be and that is her 4th. 6:41. Chloe Johnson, who has been a spark plug for this Warriors team. Bankston will launch it from 3. Macy pulls it down. Macy up the floor. Nice job. Kicks it. McKaylen for 3. McKaylen with the triple. Galen Horsley. She's got 14. McKaylen with 4 threes. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. Feed your hunger.
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Thank our partners here at Chandler-Gilbert Community College, beginning with New Balance, Burrito Express, Toga Stick Golf, UREP TV, and Showit.com. Remember, 10% off at Burrito Express with a CGCC ID. So go fuel up at Burrito Express.
.616 remaining. Coyotes led 23-14 after 1, 45-32 at the half, 68-43 after 3, and here we are right now. They're up 75-47. Kaden Cosgrove with 21 points. Galen Horsley with 14. Cole Olberg with 11 points. So a slew of Coyotes having a good afternoon. Jordan Bankston, Braylon Schermeyer getting some more and more minutes, and a good lockup right there is Bankston with the turnover. Here comes Melanie Ortiz. Ortiz. Micaiah Jenkins for 3. Jenkins strokes it off the good feed from Melanie Ortiz. And that's good work by Melanie. The shots aren't dropping, but finds her teammates, and that is what being a good teammate's all about. Macy Johnson and a tie-up situation with Naimisi Habitone. Possession arrow for the Warriors. And they're going to add 10 seconds. So they're going to call the 10-second violation against the Warriors. As the referee just had a conversation with Dee Gibson. Got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Time to feed your hunger.
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Burrito Express, if you're a Chandler-Gilbert student, you get 10% off. Just show your ID. That's a win-win. Throw down a burrito. Just show your Chandler-Gilbert ID. We're cruising to the fourth quarter. Coyotes up by 31, 78-47. The team, after dropping the heartbreaker to Mesa this week, has bounced back with a win against the ACU Firestorm JV squad last night. And here they are closing in on their 7th win of the season. So far, on home court, the Coyotes, they can pull this one out. They'll be 7-2. Only losses coming to D1 Southern Nevada, number 15, Mesa, by 1, 60-59. Of course, we are just in the early beginning of this season, early December. All these teams that the Coyotes will face will by no means look the same come late January. Ortiz misses the bunny underneath. And that's a frustration right there for Melanie. Right there and just 2 underneath the basket. Bagishi up top has it stolen by Jenkins. Jenkins will feed it up top. McKalen, for a split second, thought about it. Will work it back to Melanie Ortiz. In that corner, Macy, stop and catch. And that is going to be off the top of the backboard as it trickled in for 3. That's always a heartbreaker for a shooter. Just when you thought it was going to go in, Macy with the steal. A scramble as Haskey gets it back, and Haskey was on the baseline. So the Coyotes will get the ball back. Cole Olberg in. Ortiz out. Also checking back in, number 34, Tatum Hollingwater. Macy Johnson. Good to see the Coyotes going up top instead of trying to pass through a tight window. Macy almost had a good look, and that's going to be out against Bagishi. Coyotes ball with 22 on the shot clock. Caden Cosgrove with 21 points in. 78-47. Olberg, power move, and Bagishi. That should be her 5th. And we'll find out if that's the case. And that is her 5th. She's out. Bankston in. Good game by Bagishi. Finished with 9 points. Jenkins. Cosgrove. Macy, head fake. Macy will go up and strong. Macy Johnson with 6 points. Bankston, Chloe Warren. Warren lost the handle. And a foul underneath as Nisha actually is going to be the foul on Jenkins on Nia Misi Havatone. Havatone. Nice, good stroke. She had 5 points in the third, now with 6 in the second half. 4 and change remaining. Chased down by Olberg. Olberg. Jenkins works it up the floor. Caden. And Macy misses the bunny. And that's a source of frustration for the Coyotes. They've missed some easy layups today. I mean, easy, and that's one of them. And they're going to say that's out of bounds. No foul, Howlingwater. And Chloe Olberg got tangled up. Grace DeSchaff in. Macy Johnson out. 4:09 remaining. Ariana Brown. Knocked away by DeSchaff. Cosgrove. Cosgrove with the miss. Worked the other way. Ariana Brown. Brown will scoop it up. Won't go. Jenkins. Up the floor. DeSchaff. Schermeyer. Also back in. Braylon tried to up and under. Won't go. Just no backspin to get it back the other way. Bankston. Ariana Brown for 3. That's going to be off the mark. Loose ball. Schermeyer. And Schermeyer off the hustle. Knocked it off Howlingwater to keep it alive. Gotta love that effort with 3:23 left. This one's cemented. It's all about sheer desire to the final second. And that desire needs to carry over to game, to game, to game. And you love to see that kind of effort here late in the second half. Caden and Chloe Warren. Warren, a good defender. Moves well on the floor. Cosgrove looking for a screen. Almost had a opportunity for the shot. Olberg with Howlingwater on her. They're going to call the foul on Howlingwater. That's going to be her 4th. 2:59 left. Of course, we'll have post-game coverage coming up on the Coyote Sports Network. Keep it locked and loaded. We'll break this one down. We'll have a conversation with Caden. We'll have a conversation with Michaela Horsley. Cosgrove now with 23. The steal by Olberg. Chloa. Chloa off the glass. Howlingwater. Open lane. Howlingwater puts it in. 6 second half points for Howlingwater. 82-50. Coyotes winding down this one. Back-to-back games. Haven't really showed tired legs at all. Schermeyer blocked underneath by Howlingwater. Emma Coker. Transition. Chloe Warren. Warren. Pulls it back out. Warren, deep 3. And Warren splashed down. Warren with 12 points. 82-53. Final 2 minutes in this one. Hope you're having a tremendous Saturday. Thanks for spending it with us right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. Olberg, high post, guarded by Howlingwater. Olberg. And that should be the 5th on Howlingwater. And Bankston will check in. Sword back in the ball game. Riley, 4 points, and Grace Schaff. Make that Arlene Ashu take her in the game. Kea loses her footing. Sword will bring it back out. Sword will launch a three. That's off the glass. Olberg. And we've got an injury on the floor to Emma Coker. Emma getting up gingerly. And good to see that she got up on her own accord. We'll take a timeout. Both teams going to their selective areas. We play on as Coker gets helped off. Gabrielle Haskey back in. Jordan Hankston Jr. Make that Jordan Hankston, who is a junior, very quick, and Chloe Olberg. Olberg, muscling, won't go. Arlene Ashu Taker. Chloe going back in, and Chloe muscles inside. She's got 13 points. Long range shot. Dropped down by Naya Misi Habitone. 9 second half points. Cosgrove misses the bunny. Olberg back in. Cole Olberg with 15 points. Big time muscle underneath. And this will be the final possession in the contest, as the Coyotes will win this one 86-56. Jenkins with the steal. And Jenkins does the wise thing, and the Coyotes get their 7th win. 86-56. Kaden Cosgrove with 23. Chloe Olberg with 15. Kaylin Horsley with 14. Keep it locked and loaded. Post-game coverage coming up right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network.
Or come back and see these ladies again on Thursday, December 18th at 6:30 versus Yakina Valley. Remember, you can get all of your CGCC athletic gear at cgccathletics.com. Once again, thank you for joining us today, and please get home safely.
Let's go first. Okay. Kaden Cosgrove, great at shooting threes. Still needs work on putting a microphone on, but we're it's all good. See, I love these kids because they can take a joke. And they know when they deal with me, they got to be able to handle a joke. Meanwhile, Kaden Cosgrove on fire, 23 points. And Kaden, you were sizzling from the outside. 1, 2, 3, 5 threes on the day. Couple elbow jumpers as well, 23 points. And for me, it just seems like every time you shoot the ball, your form is so good that every shot you shoot looks like it's going in. Give me kind of a little bit of a insight to your preparation for the year and your shooting and the touch you have, because the stroke just looks tremendous.
Oh, thank you. I mean, to be honest, I had the biggest shooting slump like a couple weeks ago, and I just like spent a lot of time working on it. You know, I just watched a lot of film, watched how it looked when I missed, and just then I was able to correct it. And I think a big majority, like a big component of it is confidence for sure. Like when I was in this slump, I just had zero confidence. I was like, anytime I shoot it, I'm probably gonna miss. And then now it's like the saying like know that it's going in it really helps. Like if you know that it's going in, then it's gonna go in. And if you know it's going in and it misses, it's fine. You know that it's gonna go in next time. So I feel like it's definitely like a mindset thing more than anything.
Yeah, and right now that mindset is oh so good. And for the team, you know, you could talk about mindsets, and no question, when you lost to Mesa the other night, there were some hearts ripped out that night. Mesa's been the bully of the conference, especially a bully to Chandler-Gilbert over the course of time. But I think, no question in my mind, that talent, that gap is no longer tremendous. It's pretty even Steven. They beat you in the final seconds, but the team responded with back-to-back wins. Talk about the character of this team and get right back at it. Put that one aside and realize one game does not make a season.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely need to adjust to the really tough losses and just know how to bounce back from it. Like we had our game yesterday and we did win, but it was like an ugly win, and it made us like it was like a win that just didn't feel quite like a win. So I would say myself included, I need to learn how to just like move on from the past. We can't change it, and so that was our biggest thing that we talked about in the locker room. Like we literally can't change yesterday, can't change Wednesday's game. We just have to focus on the future games and the one that the one that is right in front of us. So I feel like it's more of that type of thing. We just have to learn how to bounce back like after those hard losses instead of getting in our heads and thinking that makes our entire season.
And how about the team? You know, you played last night. You know, the legs could have been tired. Could have been, you know, woe is me. We got to get back around the court 16 hours later. You guys come back up and you get the 7th win, and you do it in convincing fashion as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like wait, sorry, what was your question?
Your thoughts of bouncing back on short rest and coming back out here and getting it done.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're all a little bit tired, but I know that we have tomorrow off, so it's nice to be able to like rest. It's nice to have an earlier game today. Like we get to rest the rest of the day, and just I mean, yesterday, like I said, it was just like a win that felt like a loss. So I know that we really wanted to end this game on like a good note before the weekend was over. And so, like, I definitely know that we weren't going to just let yesterday sit for us.
Okay, so it's Saturday night. Got plenty of time. What's on the KC agenda for the evening? Is it Netflix, hanging out with your friends, you dialing up a movie, going to a restaurant? How do you chill on a Saturday night?
So my mom's out of town. She's probably watching right now.
Hey, Mom.
She's out of town, so I was going to do some chores for her. Just make the
Wow,
house
chores
look
from a
nice.
kid? Oh, my God. Can you
Yeah.
like, teach my daughter a couple lessons around the house? Oh, my goodness. That's like a golf clap itself right there. A daughter helping the mom around the house with some chores. Wow. I thought that was
Yeah.
unheard of.
Yeah, clean the fridge, do some laundry.
There you
Yep.
go. All right, and by the way, congratulations. You are in the top 10 or top 15 in the conference in field goal percentage.
Wow.
44% coming in. Look, that's what I do. I do research because I do it for you because I
appreciate
I
it.
gotta do my chores. Kaden Cosgrove, that's her. Game high, 23 points now. We're going to see the perfect handoff on the headset
Favorite teammate.
from Kaden Cosgrove to Chloe Olberg. And can Kaden handle it? She had some difficulty putting it on, trying to figure it out, but you know, she's a bright kid, so she worked it out. Now, Chloe Olberg, who joins me, and Chloe having a tremendous year on the glass, averaging almost 8 rebounds per contest. That's in the top 15 in the conference. 15 points today, double-digit rebounds. And Chloe, talk about this team coming out and, you know, short time to rest off last night's victory, but coming out here and on the early tip, and your thoughts on getting it done and getting the 7th win.
Yeah, we've had a long week, that's for sure. You know, week after Thanksgiving break, we had a big game Wednesday and then back-to-back yesterday and today. I'm glad that we were able to come out and, you know, get the W, but there's definitely things that we need to work on, that's for sure.
And you talk about things you need to work on. Of course, you'll go back and look at the film, and Coach Trutanek will dial out some things. And for me, for you guys, I think if I see one little bit of a kryptonite, a little bit of a negative in this team, too many easy bunnies around the basket. Am I right, or is that the main one?
Yes, that is yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. For you personally, a double-digit performance. Talk about coming out here and being that glass eater, that space eater down below, providing the physicality, going after the loose balls, and popping 15 for yourself as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everyone on the team has a role, and I would say that my role is to rebound. And I'm glad that I was able to fill my role today. And the 15 comes from, rebounding. Putbacks are important, and then getting like the rebound and then fouled off of trying to go back up. I think that, if you rebound, you score.
Yeah, as Pat Riley once said, no rebounds, no rings. So
Right.
you got to rebound, you got to win that physicality battle underneath. And how about the character of this team? Look, there were some hearts ripped on Wednesday in the loss to Mason, mine included, because I've been there. I want to let you know that I'm with you guys in spirit, especially this year, because this team is lightning years better than
Yeah.
I've seen in the past. And you guys have suffered a lot of close losses to the hands of Mesa. But the fact is that regardless of the outcome, and you're going to face them several more times this year, you'll have another opportunity. Of course, you'll face Pima and Scottsdale. And, of course, Glendale's off to a good start defensively as well. But your thoughts of the team showing the character to bounce back and come back and put it aside. And look, last night wasn't the prettiest win. Started a little sluggish, but you got the win. You got the win here, and now you have 7 wins.
Yeah. I think a lot of it has to do with how we like our energy. I think there were moments where we were able to pick it up because, coming off of a loss like that, there's definitely, like tough feelings, and I mean, it was a tough loss. So I guess just I think that, coming together we were able to perform, execute.
Okay, so two-part question I have for you. So you're out of this early. You got your Saturday night now. My first question, what does Chloe Olberg do to kind of relax on a Saturday night? And my second part of the question, do you really think Kaden Cosgrove is going to go home and do chores for her mom? Because I don't know about that one. I can't even get my daughter to clean her room on any given day. So I don't know. I mean, she's playing the nice role there, but I don't know if she's going to come through on that. So the two-parter there.
No, Kaden, not only is she a great teammate, great player, but she is a great daughter. I know she loves her mom, and she probably will at least get one of those chores done.
Wow, I feel like we should be hearing some elevator music in the background right now. Okay, so that's the soft touch right there.
Yes.
How about for you, Chloe? How are you going to unwind on a Saturday night?
I'm gonna get a good meal after this.
And what's the feast
then-
of agenda? What's on? What are you going to throw down?
I'm not sure yet. I don't know. It sounds good, but it'll be good.
I can
That's
tell
for
you in the
sure.
Pequeno household last night, I went to Costco and I heard those big chicken pot pies that
Oh,
they have.
yeah.
I've never had one, so I had
Oh, my
someone sell me
goodness.
on it. So my wife's going to fire one up, and I'm just can't wait to go home. And
Lucky.
I'm a chicken pot pie
Okay, I'll
kind
tell
of
you,
guy.
those are delicious. You're
Yes.
lucky.
All
I
right.
might have to stop by Costco. That might be my post-game meal.
There you go. That is Chloe Olberg. Double-double on the night. The Coyotes pick up their 7th win with the victory over Nelson. And the next time you're back on the floor, busy week. Wednesday, you're at Central Arizona. And then next Saturday, big one on the road, number 25, Scottsdale, in their house. But, the way I've seen you guys play, Southern Nevada, a close loss here on the D1 side. You played Mesa tough. Give me kind of the insight. I don't think this team's afraid to face anyone, anywhere, anytime right now.
I'm very thankful for our coach because he puts in a lot of time to prepare us, and I think that he's gonna get us where we need to be. Knowing like the offense, the defense, and I think we're gonna come to play for sure.
Yeah, and the next home game for the team is December 18th, 6:30 against Yakima Valley. That's Chloe Olberg. Double machine. Kaden Cosgrove, 23 points. The Coyotes pick up their 7th win. We appreciate you dialing us up on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network for the great athletic director. That is Russ Luce. That is about less than 10 feet away from me, right there, and all the good people on campus. Chloe Olberg, from Mario Trutanek and his team, and all the great personnel on campus that also protect us as an officer. Just a short time away, making sure we're all safe on campus. We applaud his efforts as well. I'm Joe Pequeno. Everyone have a great weekend. Happy holidays. And this has been a presentation of Chandler-Gilbert Athletics.